Okay, I cheated a little bit on this thing. I was actually able to just take the screws out of this cover here. They had like one screw here and then one up here where the seat belt's at. Let's see if I can show that to you. Yeah, they had one screw right there. Come on. Where is it? Yeah, one right there. And then one here. And then I pried this piece off. Of course, and these pieces, I just took this A-pillar cover. I just took the screw out there. And that lower one had already fallen out. So I don't know where it's at. And kick panel, I just pried that off. Pried it up a little bit like that. I was able to get that off. Slip it out. And this piece up here that goes along the headliner, I was able to pry it down with a pry tool. That was a little bit tricky to get off. And of course, by being an old car, you know, some panels are gonna break. What can you do about that? So you're gonna need a pry tool like this. Get this piece off. Yeah, it's gonna pry up underneath where those clips are. So I'll just sort of pull this up and then pry where the clips are at, and you can pop that piece down. All right, so let's get the new weather stripping on and see how it turns out. But this time I'm going to measure the old one against the new one, so I want to get in a bind. So maybe it'll be perfect, maybe it won't be, but then I can cut it while I have it off the car, which will probably be better. Okay, this piece looks like it's the same length, so I'm gonna just throw it on the car without cutting it off the car. And once I get it on there, if it needs to be trimmed, I'll trim it off a little bit. So let's do that. All right, we got it installed. Thought it was gonna be the perfect length, but it's probably like about 10 inches too long. So we're gonna cut it there. Remember to use the razor on this like tube part right here, and then where they have the metal inserts, clamps, you might want to use wire cutters like these. Snip it off, and remember to say outer and inner. I don't know how you could put it on backwards, but anyway, this tube like portion, this fits out on the outside. This right here is what slides over the pinch wells on the frame of the car. And once again, which the door just provides an airtight, well, not airtight, but I would say waterproof seal, keep water and stuff from going in the car. You saw how the old one looked. It was time for it to get it replaced. So let's trim this off and put all the screws and trim pieces back on and see how the door closes. Okay, we got it done, guys. We got all the trim pieces back in that was taken out. Let's see, we matched that up pretty good. All right, let's see how she closes. Should be a nice, tight closed. That fits good. Gonna get broken in, but once it gets broken in, it should be good. Hopefully no water. That's a pretty big gap there, so I hope there's no water gets. Wait a minute, this thing's not closed all the way. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, once that seal gets broken in, it should be nice and tight. Should be easy to close the door than it is now. And that's it. Done. Oof. Wow. That thing is tight, man. Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna break the door handle off trying to get the door open. All right. Anyway, that's the install. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, guys. Once you do the weather stripping on the door, I just found out something. You will have to adjust the door strap. You got to move it out a little bit because that thing is nice and new, and I've adjusted played around with these door stacks, replaced them a couple times, so they're not in the factory position. So I'm going to loosen this and move it out a little bit so my door won't wedge itself up. So let's see how it is now when I close the door. You can see it won't, just by regular closing the door, it's still a pretty good gap there. But if I really slam it, closes good, but guess what? Can't open it. Now I have to put my knee on it, push it in to open it. So I've got to move this door strike out just a little bit and everything should be okay. So let's do that and see how it works. Okay, we're gonna let that molding settle in for a couple of weeks, a month, let it soften up, because this door, when it shuts, don't shut like it did. But to get it open, you almost got to push in on it to get it open. I tried adjusting the door strike a little bit, made it a little bit better, but I figure once it's set outside in the heat and that molding soften up, shouldn't be a problem. Overall, pretty good. Not too hard to do, just have to move a few trim pieces and you should be okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Any questions, comments down below. Any help that I can give you, any help that you can give me, please drop the comments down below. Man, this thing needs some paint. Anybody want to help me out? Thanks, guys. Have a nice night.